Hey, what's up? This is Monster Crafts, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to talk about the movie Godzilla Minus One that just came out in theaters North America yesterday. I'm not really a movie critic of any kind. I just saw the movie and I really liked it, so I want to share my thoughts on it. Alright, first off, this might be the best Godzilla movie ever. Now, I know a lot of people were saying that when the reviews came out beforehand. Like, it released in Japan, I think about a month prior to this, and it had really good reviews. Everyone was like, "This is the movie." I think it's too soon to say that. I think we need to let this one sit a bit longer before we can decide that. But it's definitely top three for sure. This isn't so much of a review; it's more of just me being a hype man for the movie. Now, objectively speaking, we all know that the best Godzilla film was Godzilla Final Wars, directed by Christopher Nolan in 2004. We all can recall the movie was so good, they decided to end the Millennium era right there because they knew they peaked. Toho knew it couldn't get any better than this. And so they decided that this was it. This is the legacy. This was the most in line with Ishiro Honda's original vision. Even after Godzilla's Revenge came out, which at the time was basically, you could throw the other films away because that was so great. And it took 35 years before another Godzilla film came out that topped it. So here we are. We have to make the decision. Was Minus One better than Godzilla's Revenge? But in all seriousness, this might be my new favorite Godzilla movie. And I think, at least critically, it is probably the best one ever made. No, I know that sounds kind of hype, and it is, but these are just my opinions coming out of the theater. I'm not going to go into any spoilers for the movie since it just came out yesterday. But man, Godzilla was mean in this movie. I've never wanted the human characters to kill Godzilla before in a Godzilla movie. After about halfway through, and we have a lot of scenes going on, I really wanted them just to kill Godzilla because of how sad I felt for the human characters. And I left the theater with a feeling of adrenaline in my chest. I was really hyped up after this movie was over. And I haven't had that since when I was maybe like 10 years old going to a theater because, you watch like Spider-Man or something and you feel like a superhero walking out. This is the feeling I had walking out of the theaters for Minus One was what I wish I felt walking out of King of the Monsters. Because that one hit a lot of fan service. Obviously, it wasn't really that good of a movie. And after the third time watching it in theaters, because you're going to go for the spectacle, you're going to go for the music, the surround system. You go for the experience at that point. But after about the third time, I was really getting sick of the human plot. It was really hard to sit through. But with this movie, I am really looking forward to go seeing it in like IMAX or something. And I had trouble sleeping last night because I was just thinking about the movie so much. I was like, oh my gosh, that was the best I've seen in theaters. Shin Godzilla was really great. I think critically people say that one was the best one. It was like you have the original, then you have Shin Godzilla. Now this one came out. It's like, who knows? So I just wanted to spread the word about the movie a bit more. Again, it had incredible human characters. Godzilla was so mean in this movie. They really nailed him as a villain. And it had the right balance of, because it's an optimistic movie. I don't think that's a spoiler, but it's about, they're pretty optimistic in the movie. And that's really balanced really hard against the main character and then Godzilla, who are pretty intense. I really recommend going to see the movie. This isn't a review, obviously. I don't have the disposition or the interest to be critical about the movie. But I recommend other channels that do reviews. Like Big Action Bill has a really good spoiler and non-spoiler review of the movie. But yeah, that's mainly my thoughts. I don't expect to be doing more of these review kind of videos. But for the next video that's going to come out, the next pipe cleaner video, right now I'm working on the Transformer, Megatron from Robots in Disguise, which is where he can transform into a two-headed dragon, and he has like 6 or whatever more transformations. I'm not doing all those, but he's going to have his robot form, and then he's going to transform into the dragon. Right now, I have a working draft that I made probably about a year ago. It came out too small, and so I decided, okay, I'm going to remake this later. And now I'm working on the final draft of it. I'm using the colors from the Bay movies Megatron. So the first one where he's metallic and silver and alien looking. I'm using that one. It's gonna be completely gray, but it's gonna have sharper angles. Not nearly as much detail. I'm gonna keep it a little blocky like the G1 Megatron, and actually probably borrow more from that color scheme, where he's gray and he's got these black highlights. I'm pretty excited for it. It's a pretty complicated craft. That's why it's taking me so long. And this is a second draft. I never really make second drafts of things. Usually you just make it, you eyeball it, and you think, okay, well, this makes sense. This goes here. That skull is too big. The hands are too big. Arms are too long. But you say whatever, and you just make it, and you're done. Like, okay. But this one, since it transforms, you really got to get it right. I'm not going to show any pictures of it yet because it's still really early in the development and it doesn't look anything like what it's going to. But when it's done, I'm going to have a really cool stop motion of it transforming. I've been really looking forward to that. I'll add like the sound effects and whatnot. That'd be pretty cool. And the big issue right now is getting things to stay in place. Right now I'm using these buttons that click together and they could be sewed on or attached with pipe cleaner onto the main body, and then they'll click with another part that comes down. And it works right now, but we're gonna have to see if it can hold the weight up of the wings and other things in place. But I think it'll work out just fine. So that's the next pipe cleaner craft video coming out. And lastly, I'm really blown away by the reception my videos have been getting. I'm really surprised I'm even doing remotely this well. I mean, I'm recording right now and I have 69 subscribers. Nice. And I think that's just an absolutely huge number. Because my first video, the Mega Gyros one, got like 12 views after the first couple days. And the latest one I uploaded, which was only 6 seconds, ridiculously short, has 1,000 views. And I don't understand how it's possible. But I'm just really surprised by it. I'm really happy with where the channel's at right now. And that's thanks to you guys. You know, there wouldn't be a point to this if there was no audience. And I'm probably going to start doing requested crafts. Like I have the joint video. I was requested to make a Regirock, which is pretty cool because I wanted to make a Steelix. And those two are they're pretty similar in how I'm thinking they're going to look with rotating bits. Because, you know, Regirock and Steelix are made of rocks. So they're going to rotate on the craft. I have a model that already I made years ago, so I know how to do it. And Regirock is really cool, like personally. And it'd be cool to make a video of all the noises and stuff with the dubstep. But in conclusion, I really recommend going and seeing Godzilla -1. It is better than Godzilla's Revenge. We didn't think it could be done, but it's true. And the next video is going to be Transformer. So, thank you all for watching, and see you.